You are going to find a place that is comfortable, where you can relax your body and close your eyes. You've been feeling angry today. You've been upset about things that are going on or people that have hurt you or upset you. These thoughts or feelings have had you wound up inside. You're frustrated. Maybe you had an outburst. Maybe you've done or said something that you feel terrible about, but you're still mad. You're wound up. These feelings inside your body, they're causing you so much harm right now. You feel this tension. Nothing seems to make sense. Your mind is scattered and full. Your thoughts just going all over. You keep going and thinking about this situation that's made you upset. Keeps going around and around in your head over and over and over again, just making you furious. Go ahead, think about your favorite cuss word. Just say it in your mind silently. Just think it right now. And think it again silently in your mind. Get it out. Get that tense feeling out, that tension. Get it out. You don't have to say it out loud, just think it. Now tighten up all of your muscles, your fingers, your shoulders, your hips, your back, your butt, your thighs. Squeeze your legs together as tightly as you can. Don't get lazy. Squeeze hard. Take a deep breath in while you're squeezing still. And exhale. Still squeezing. Don't let it lighten. Keep it tight. Hold it. Hold it. Take another deep breath in. Blow out. And as you blow out, think that cuss word. Rawr, that tension inside of you. Get it out. Blow it out. Now take a deep breath in. And blow out and feel your muscles start to relax. Take another deep breath in as deeply as you can, as deeply into your belly. Your belly is expanding as you breathe in. And then exhale and blow it. Push your belly in as tightly as you can. Push it, push it. Imagine all the old stale air exhaling, pushing out through your nose and your mouth. Blow it all out. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe as deeply as you can, like you're smelling roses. Smell the most beautiful roses that you can. And then blow out like you're blowing out 100 candles. Blow. Blow out all the tension. Your mind may keep drifting back to these things that have frustrated you. These things that have gotten you just riled up. And I want you to ask yourself, while you're in this state of mind, what can you do to change it? Can you fix this situation? You can't fix a situation in someone else, but can you fix something about what you did? How you responded, how you reacted. If this situation is someone else's fault or your fault, it doesn't matter right now. It matters, how do you feel right now? How can we change your state of mind right now together? As you're breathing in and out, Your mind keeps processing the situation. It keeps popping back into your head. And I want you to step away from the situation for a moment, like you're a bystander looking on, observing what happened, with no judgment about right or wrong, just observing. And as this observer, would you advise either party or either situation in any manner? Would you tell either party to respond differently to this situation? And as this observer, imagine you know the inner heart of you, which is nice, you're the observer. You know yourself. You know what you are feeling inside. Perhaps it was some unmet expectation, something that you thought should have happened that didn't happen. Perhaps someone did something to hurt or harm you or someone you care about. A threat to your health or well-being. Or maybe you're just mad and you don't know why. You just feel tension inside and you don't know why. Whatever the reason, whatever has brought you to this anxious state, think about ways that you could possibly respond differently than what you did or what you have done recently. How can you change your thought processes? If you're correct and this person or situation has harmed you and you're mad and this is a just anger, is there anything that you can do to change or improve that situation? Is it advocacy for yourself or for someone else? But if you find that this anger is over things that seem little or trivial, like you didn't get your coffee hot enough, or the paint color on your wall is not exactly perfect, so you take it out on the guy at the checkout. These are actually trivial things. You could probably actually get your paint color changed to the right color, and you could probably warm up your coffee. But if someone took away your right to vote, that would be something that's very worth getting angry over. They threaten your happiness, your health, your safety, those you care about. So as you start looking at your anger, think about things that you could be angry over on a scale. Things that are trivial to things that are really meaningful. And where does this situation lie in that spectrum? Is it way down on the trivial side, or is it way up on the meaningful side? And if it's meaningful, if this anger really is meaningful and has value, then is there something that you can do to affect a positive change? Flailing your arms and shouting, getting angry, getting violent, that's not going to solve any problems. That's not going to change anything. Whereas looking at situations with wisdom, thoughtfulness, information, perspective, gaining insight into the entire situation, trying to look at it not only from your view, but from other points of view, trying to gain insight on an entire situation. Like looking at a puzzle instead of looking at one piece of the puzzle, trying to see the bigger picture so that you can see it with clarity. Gaining information is one of the best ways to overcome obstacles. Sometimes it's hard to dig into the things that hurt. It's like scraping your knee, falling down, wrecking on your bike. If you've ever done that, you get gravel in your knee. It hurts, but you gotta wash that gravel out. You gotta get it out so that the wound can heal. If you have a rotten tooth, you gotta go see the dentist. You have to experience the drill, or you have to have the dentist pull it out of your head. It sucks, but you have to do it for your mouth to heal. And sometimes these angry situations, these hard situations occur, and you can't change it. You can't change the way things already happened, but you can change how it affects the future. You have power to do that. You have power to grow from your mistakes. You have power to gain insight or to share what you've learned. You have power to change. If you don't like this anger, you can change it. But if you find out that you're angry and it's for reasons that are beyond your control, and that you find out it's over the most menial things, the kids left the laundry on the floor, milk got spilled on the carpet, the newspaper is 30 minutes late. These things, it's not worth affecting your health over. When you're angry, you have so many hormones that are flowing through your body, so many powerful, powerful hormones that can affect your health. Those hormones can increase your blood pressure, increase heart disease, increase your desire to overeat, increase your desire for drugs or alcohol. Those hormones that enter your bloodstream when you're angry have a very negative effect on your overall health. So if you're finding that you're angry all the time, or more often than not, it's not the world that needs to change around you. It's your view of the world that needs to change. You may have to evaluate your expectations and why you think that the world has to change or do things according to your expectations. Now, some things are just basic human rights. Those expectations need to be met. Health, safety, life. Those things are valuable. But if you find that you're getting angry over trivial things, that's the time to explore your thought processes, your expectations, and maybe allow the world some forgiveness. Those people who are around you who may not know or understand your expectations. The amazing thing about people is we're not really mind readers for the most part. Maybe a few have that gift, but most of us can't read minds. So we may not understand what other people's expectations are. In fact, usually humans don't fully understand each other's expectations. It's part of human nature. We all end up having to deal with each other's idiosyncrasies just to get along. We'll likely never find an environment where we have perfect people around us that are exactly fitting to our every need and meeting all of our expectations. So we're all going to feel challenge. working and living and dealing with other people on this planet, at our jobs, in our home, at school, in the grocery store, on the bus, in other countries. We have to deal with people all over the world. And we all have different values and beliefs that are very important and very true to each human being. And each person feels passionate about their own beliefs, so much passion. And you may have a neighbor who feels exactly opposite from you about different things, about what flowers are the most important to grow or which beliefs to have. Some people will fight with their neighbor over the smallest of things, and some will fight over the biggest of things. But all the fighting in life leads to tension, unrest. Or you can take it and grow. Take hard situations, negative, difficult situations, and learn to work through them. All human beings are prone to mistakes. We have emotions. It's part of our physiological structure. There's no escaping it. We have a limbic system. These emotions bring us positive feelings and negative feelings. All these feelings have value. The righteous anger, the things that are worth fighting for, those things that people value, freedom, safety, happiness, life, love, liberty, those things which we have seen in history that people have fought and died for and valued. And then we have many things that people are angry and fight and die for that other people sometimes ask, why? Why all of this chaos for this? And this is where you look at yourself and evaluate it. Evaluate your situation. Evaluate your anger. Evaluate your feelings that are inside of you. As you're evaluating this situation, you can grow and learn from the mistakes you've made and from the things you're proud of. If you have regret, maybe you've hurt people, you can apologize. It may not heal the wound. Healing takes time. Even with tissue, you scratch yourself, it takes a while for it to heal. And sometimes wounds of the heart take even longer. But people can change. People can grow. People can improve. But it takes having a mindset to do so, having a thought process, a reason, a goal, a plan. Replacing some of the negative processes with positive processes. If your strategy is to get angry first and ask questions later, well then, what do you need to learn? You need to learn to step back, take a moment. Maybe you agree with those around you that if you start feeling anxious or you feel this tension inside of you, that you can take a corner. Even boxers do it. They take a corner, gather themselves, freshen up. Sometimes that's what it takes to approach a situation positively. But if there are heightened emotions, the body cannot physiologically and logically problem solve with heightened emotion. The body needs a calm, clear mind to be able to see perspective, to evaluate it. And sometimes it takes taking a little bit of time apart from the situation to really think about it and consider it, to think about what is the better solution than just getting mad. If getting mad leads to problems and hate, discord, violence, that is not an effective end. But if anger can instead lead to evaluation, thinking, introspection, perspective, gaining insight, then this anger can be turned into something that can grow and flourish into something positive. Anger itself is not a bad emotion. Moderating one's emotions is what's important. Having anger at the correct time for the correct situation and the correct amounts, of course, is the ideal situation. The same as having the correct amount of food on your plate and getting the right amount of exercise. All of these things are the most ideal situation. But we live in a world that is full of less than ideal situations. And we find ourselves having to problem solve through the everyday tasks of life just to survive. So these situations, they face us. Sometimes they weed away at our very being, like weeds sucking nutrients from the ground. These problems are like weeds sucking our strength and our energy. And things can get overwhelming. That's where it's time to invest in personal health. Learning how to decrease anxiety, calm your body, relax, change your thought processes from anxious, anger, fear, to one where you're gaining insight, looking at the world as if from the eyes of an observer, trying to understand why other people do the things they do, those things that are important to them. Now, we don't agree with every person around us, but learning to work with people around us is perhaps the key to learning to deal with our own anger and feelings inside of us. Developing skills, building strengths, gaining perspective of how we feel ourselves and what our expectations are, and having understanding that not everybody will hold everything we hold value at the same level. And one way to help deal with that is to learn to decrease those anxious feelings, those feelings and expectations, that anxiety that wells up inside of you that then leads to anger. So next we're going to look at how to decrease some of that anxiety that comes when we're exposed to situations that make us feel upset and like our emotions are welling up inside of us, all tense. And so this exercise is to work on calming your body, allowing oxygen to enter your body, and letting the tension go. And one more time before we work on the breath, let's tighten up your muscles, tighten them, every single one of them. Squeeze as hard as you can, squeeze, tighten. Hold it. Don't get lazy. Hold it. Hold it tightly. Remember to breathe in deeply. Get all of those muscles tight and exhale all of the tension. And as you exhale, and as you push all of that air out of your body, I want you to say in your mind, peace. Peace to your body, peace to your cells, relaxation as you feel the tension leaving your muscles, as you feel the tension leaving your soul and your mind and your spirit. Shake your arms out, wiggle your legs, move your knees, wiggle your toes, move your muscles, wiggle in your body. Take a deep breath in. You're breathing in relaxation and blowing out all of the anxiety, anger, rage, fear. In and out. In and out. In and out. In